We got a Splatoon update. Whole big Splatoon update. You know, I was going to talk about it on stream, but I think I'm going to talk about it on Sunday because it's going to release. No, hell no. I'm talking about it today, bro. Okay, I'm talking about it today. I'm going to go through the whole thing. What is good, YouTube, as well? This is going on YouTube. What's good, YouTube? Hi, YouTube. Hi. Hi. We have Splatoon 3 version 11.0. They added aura farming to the game. I kid you not. Now, if you didn't know, this is going to be the new version 11 update coming out on the 29th of January. So whenever I post this, hopefully it's like the day before. I mean, today's the 27th. And it's going to be bringing some new mechanics and other things to freshen up in the Splatlands. Oh my gosh. Flow Aura. I was looking at that SRB2 dude's video earlier today, and I was watching it and I was thinking to myself, Flow Aura? Is he being serious? Flow Aura? They added aura farming into this. Yes, they added aura farming to it. They added aura farming to the game. And I'm thinking to myself, how is that going to work? Well, I'll tell you how that works. It's called Flow Aura. And it says here, Inklings and Octolings who splat multiple opponents in quick succession will enter a new state called Flow Aura. Oh my gosh, Piccolo in Splatoon. As this state is activated, a burst of ink will paint the ground around the player, as we can see in this video. Demonstrate, please. 1, 2, 3. See now, each time they get splattered, look at your feet. Ready? See that little bit of ink that bursts out right at the end? Game changer for like turf war and just inking the ground in general. Game changer. This is going to be so good. Also for like those situations where you're in a tough situation, you kill one opponent, you got an E-liter standing there like on you, waiting to snipe you. If the ground below you is inked already because you're in that flow state, you can just easily get out there. You don't need to worry about, oh, I've run out of ink, I can't paint the floor. It's already inked. You know what I mean? Squid surge your way out there. Also, something I don't know if you saw, I will touch on this a little bit. I don't know if you saw this, but when they got shot, hold on. What's this? Yo, what's this? Can I zoom in? Yo. Health bars in Splatoon. You know how good this is going to be for comp? Oh, he's one hit. I don't know if he's one hit anymore. You can see it. Oh my gosh, these health bars, these new health bars are going to be so good. I don't know if they're going to add a mode where you can turn the health bars off and on. I would assume that they would, because some people might not want to play with the health bars on. But yeah, this is going to be so crazy, this new update. And it's in a couple days time. Perfect in time for Splat Today. If you did not know, I stream almost every day. And every Saturday I do Splat Today. So be there or be square. Squadron OG or Squadron _OG. 8:30 PM GMT translates that to your own time zone. Let me continue though. It says here, Aura Flow lasts for about 30 seconds, during which time players will get a boost to their speed, run speed, swim speed, ink resistance, and intensify action. If you make use of those boosts to splat more opponents or assist your teammates in doing so, then you can extend that duration of the flow state. Each successive splat in flow state will also reactivate the ink overflow, painting the ground at your feet once again. So there's more there's more incentive to kill people. A lot of people be hiding. They don't want to go in there. They don't want to kill. This gives you that incentive. That gives you that push. You see that? And it moves with you. If you didn't see that, if we go back here, as he's moving forward, you see it goes forward with you. So this is going to be crazy good. You said Splash-O-Matic players are feeded. This is going to be so good for Splash. Anything up close, Splash, Sploosh, Aerospray, N-Zap, any of those close range ones are going to be so good. Snipers, it's going to be good if you need to run. And if you got people on you, like if you snipe someone, but at the same time, you're going to be standing in the same spot that would already be painted. So this is going to be really powerful for those aggressive players who like to go in there. They like to push through the defense. They like to break through. They want to go round to the back lines, take out the sniper from the back. Pause on that majorly, but you know what I'm trying to say. Let me enter my blue lock flow state. What? No, blue lock is doo-doo. Clutch with Rainmaker going to be even more unpunished? Yes, it is. It is. I could see this being really good as well for Clan Blitz. Tell you why. Clan Blitz, everyone is needing to swim. You need to paint to be able to swim to get to the other side. If you're splatting people and you are in flow state, right? Already. You splat people, you're at their side. Damn, there's all this blue ink everywhere. I need this yellow ink. ASAP, no Rocky. You kill these people, boom, and you move with it, and it paints with you. It's so good. And here we go on to the other main event, the health bar added into the game. Oh my gosh. It says here, with version 11.0, it's now possible to see an opponent's remaining health when they've been hit. Previously, you can only see how damaged an enemy was by looking closely about how much ink was covered, right? How much of your ink was covered on their skin. Not so easy to do in the heat of, but no, it's really not. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for pointing this out. Fix your service, bro. Now, the remaining health will be shown in the bar above their head for a few seconds, provided they've not ducked behind cover or dived into the ink. Though if the opponent is visible via abilities such as thermal ink or have been marked by things like point sensor or wave breaker, you'll be able to even see it then. Which is going to be great because even if they're in the distance, point sensor, you can still see that. And here we have a little demonstration. Again, you'll see it. Wonderful. Simply marvelous. You'll also be able to see the health bars of your teammates if they've taken damage. Keeping an eye on these health bars is a great way to support your allies or chase down weakened foes, even if you teamed up with inklings and octolings you're not familiar with. Exactly. I'm very happy to hear these. These are good changes. Junk Nuts. Is this a new Splatoon game or is this an update? This is just an update to Splatoon 3. So this is purely Splatoon 3 update. And here, new update to the hitboxes of you in your squid form and your inkling form. Let me read it out loud. From version 11.0, there are also some changes to how easy or difficult it is to hit opponents. The area around the opponent, known as the hitbox, has been made slightly smaller when in swim form. Since the original Splatoon on Wii U, a little leeway was built into the size of the hitbox as players got used to aiming with the motion controls. Right, so they were bigger to accustomate, accustomate, that's a new word, add that to the dictionary, to accustom for, gyro controls. That's the first kind of a gyro controlled shooter game, right? As players have become more adept with their playstyle, this has become less important. The adjustment in version 11.0.0 makes the hitbox similar to that of the hitbox in kid form, and should stop inklings and octolings in swim form from being hit when they're hiding behind walls or corners. Because it's annoying, when I've been hiding around, a wall or something, I'm thinking to myself, how did I die? How did I get hit? So this is going to be so good, especially when you're playing, because you've seen me rage. I'm hiding behind a wall and I'm thinking to myself, how did he kill me when my body isn't even around the wall? And it's just that slight little hitbox, right? It's that change. Like that voice crack just then, it's a change. However, it would be no fun if it's too difficult to hit opponents, so some changes have also been made to the hitboxes of the players' shots. Shorter range weapons now have much bigger hitboxes, while longer range weapons only have their hitboxes slightly increased. It's also more dangerous to get up and close and personal with an opponent, but now players with short range weapons actually have an incentive to go up and take a fight to the players with weapons that they traditionally outrange them. Also, we have some updates to do with the stealth jump. This is going to be the last thing on here. There is a whole other list of updates, like little weapon nerfs that I'll go over another time, but that'll be on like Splatter Day and whatnot. So final bit. The stealth jump gear ability allows players to jump to their teammates. We all know this, right? But what they've done here is they've changed the flight times. It says here with the stealth jump. The stealth jump, it basically makes it so when you jump, usually enemies can see like a marker for where you're going to jump, but stealth jump makes it so they can't see. But they've increased the time it takes if you're going a long distance to do a stealth jump. So it says if you're jumping all the way across the stage with stealth jump, it'll now take a little bit longer than it took before to get there. It's only the flight time that's been increased though. The time taken to actually launch is still the same. So we have an example here. So without stealth jump, boom, same time. But when you activate stealth jump, so that means like they won't be able to see you coming, right? The enemy. But you see, it takes quite a bit longer. It probably takes a whole second longer, I'd say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly a second longer, right? So 3 seconds to jump to someone at the mid, but 4 for like long distance, and even longer might go all the way up to 5 if you're playing like Clan Blitz and you're on your side and they're at the other person's goal. So like, yeah, but it's also a good thing. It's not just a bad thing. You might be thinking to yourself, what if there's only 5 seconds left on the clock and now I've wasted a second because I'm just in the air? Yes, but the amount of people who super jump and then they get themselves instantly killed because they're thinking to themselves, I don't know what to do. They're thinking like you're in midair and as soon as you land, it's like, oh, damn, I'm here. What am I doing? Because it's so quick, right? It's so quick, the flight time. That extra second gives you an extra second of insight, being able to see your surroundings and react properly. Squid search out of there. You know, if you got the dualies, roll. Aim immediately up. You know what I mean? Someone could be up here, right? Or someone could be sniping from the top of the box. Someone could be sniping from up there and you're thinking to yourself, damn, you know, we get there at the same time. If I do it with this, right? You think to yourself on here, yeah, that's really quick. I'm getting straight into the action. If you look on the right-hand side, you have so much more map, like clearly visible. And it gives you more time to just strategize, think to yourself, what I'm going to do? Am I going to go to my teammate? Am I going to go back to mid? Am I going to capture point? Am I going to ink the zone? Am I going to like what I'm going to do? So it's not even bad. It's just a change. Yeah, we'll go over the other like minor buffs and nerfs when it gets to Splat Day. But it's not Saturday yet, so don't worry about that. Hello, Forehead Ron here. Was good with you? This is like 3 days late. So yeah, I saw Iron Lung though. Really good film. Saw it yesterday with my friends. I would highly recommend it to you guys. If you haven't checked out Iron Lung yet, do so. Markiplier, shout out to you, Markiplier. W film. Anyway, let me continue with the weapon updates here. So at the top here, this is kind of everything we went through. Well, everything I went through at the first section, right? Slightly decreased collision detection for the swim size and the player size, so you can hit easier in player form, harder in swim form, right? But here we have the individual weapon specification changes. So up here we have this is for the L3s, right? The nozzle nose, the nozzle nose D, glitters L3, and just the nozzle nose, all the L3s. It says increase the spread of shots by approximately 24% without changing the flight distance, okay? But decrease the radius of the ink splatter at the point of impact by around 15. So more spread, I guess. More spread. So it's not going to be as accurate. And the L3 is something known to be accurate. You know, if you hit all 3 shots on an enemy, it's going to kill them. But increasing the spread, but decreasing the ink splatter impact. I already know about that one. I don't really have an opinion because I don't use L3s. I don't know who does. If any of you use an L3 in comp, shout out to you because you're in the minority here, but interesting change. And here we have for the dynamo rollers, increase the inking of spray droplets from horizontal and vertical swings. So bigger area covered, right? Adjusted for the damage fall off rate due to distance to make it possible to deal damage of 100 or higher at greater distances than before. So meaning, you know, when you swing it, there's like a little impact area, right? The closer you are to the swing, the closer you are to getting hit, it's going to do that 100 damage. It's going to insta-kill. So this is increasing that range where that insta-kill zone is. Like, for example, if someone swings like this way, this part is going to be insta-kill. But then from here on, 60 damage, falls off to 40. You know what I mean? Blaster. The 3 blasters reduce the time when movement is restricted after firing by approximately 1/30th of a second. What? That's nothing. Why do they do that? The H3 increased the maximum damage from 44 to 45? Again. What? I don't know. I don't get that. 130 for the second is nothing. Reduce the amount of time it takes for ink to begin recovering after a horizontal or vertical swing by about 1/30th of a second. For the crack-on roller, again, nothing. I don't know why they did that. That's literally nothing, but we continue. Heavy splat links, all of them. Increase the radius inked by spray droplets from... Let me do that again. But anyway, we here have these splatlings, heavy splatlings and everything. Increase the radius inked by spray droplets from shots by approximately 12%, and increase the radius of the ink splatter from the point of impact by 12%. You feel me? Heavy splatling, just making it a bit more buff. Increasing it, I don't know personally if this is like a needed buff, because I don't play splatlings. I play mini splatlings, but not heavy. I don't play backline, right? Too much. Used to be a good sniper, but I'm not too sure if this is going to be crazy good. I don't know if it's people have wanted this or it's just needed to be buffed a little bit because it wasn't as good, but interesting change. The Tetra Droolies here. Doolies. Increase the spread of shots by approximately 19% without affecting the flight distance. It's going to be a little bit more annoying trying to hit people. It's already annoying trying to hit people because you have two different points of contact, right? It's not just one singular one. It's for each gun. I don't know about that one. Interesting. Will that change when you roll? I don't think it will change when you roll into it, because when you roll into it, it goes into a single shot spread, a rapid fire. I'm not too sure about that one. The Brellas, Splat, Sorella, and Order. Reduce the amount of ink consumed when firing shots by approximately 9%. So it's going to be good if you play Brellas. Conserve more ink, not consume more ink. Conserve more. Pair that up with primary ink consumption down. You're chilling. Plus, it's already going to be quite easy to get kills with the Brellas. So, and also, does that affect when you... I actually don't know. I don't know if the ink decreases when you shoot the Brella out and it starts charging at someone, right? I don't know if that... I mean, to hold it down, it uses ink, so I'm assuming that's just going to be better for ink consumption, like efficiency, you know, because you have to hold it down and it keeps consuming the ink, and then you shoot the Brella off and then it goes charging down, right? So interesting. The SPLATOON 91 and 92 decrease the radius of the explosive damage for short flight distance shots by approximately 11%. Okay. Does that mean it's not going to one shot? Or does it mean literally just when it gets cut off? I think it means when it gets cut off, right? For a short flight distance, it's usually, if it's the whole distance, it'll do the big bang, right? But if it's a short distance, it'll kind of go smaller pop. Okay, I understand that now. I understand that. So all of these, again, I don't really play too many. I don't play blasters. I don't play H3 or L3. I don't play splatlings apart from light, mini, sorry. I saw the light Tetras. The Tetras, sometimes I've kind of been messing with them because you get the 4 rolls, and I kind of mess with the 4 rolls. So, you know, it's kind of fun. And we have some special weapons changing here. Well, only one it seems. Reef Slider. Increase the radius of the explosion that deals 220 damage by approximately 20%, so an even bigger explosion radius. There are no changes to the radius of the area that deals 70 damage, sorry. Slightly raise the center point of the explosion to make it harder for opponents to avoid it. It's already hard for me to avoid it because they just charge in. If you haven't seen my most recent short, right, go check out the most recent short. Like, it's hard. You can try and squid roll, but I don't know if you can even avoid it by squid rolling at the right time. I actually haven't tested that. I don't know if you can survive an explosion like that. I don't think you can, because I know it reflects damage, right? Or it deflects it, should I say. I don't know about that one. Slightly raise the... Oh, that's what I just read. Okay. Decrease the radius inked by the explosion by approximately 7% and decrease the maximum distance of the charge by approximately 19. So a shorter distance, bigger explosion. Bigger explosion, but less area inked. Okay. Interesting. Okay, it's more for the damage part. I understand that. Kind of. A little bit weird. And here we have point changes for special weapons. So, new Squiffer, 200 down to 190, 210 down to 200 for the ZF Splat Charger. Splatterscope, 210 to 200 again, and same for the Tri-Sloshing Nouveau. Sloshing Machine, 220 down to 210. Splatshot Pro, 180 up to 190. Booyah Bomb, I'm guessing. Wait, no, Forge Splatshot Pro? I guess. Yeah, Booyah. More expensive for a Booyah. SPLATOON 91, 200 down, up to 210. And mini splatling from 190 to 200. Okay, so we've got some increases down here. Mini splatling is not going to be too much of an issue because you can ink quite a lot anyway. S-Blast, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Splatshot Pro, I guess, but at the same time, it's not crazy good at inking. It's okay. Like, it does the job, but it's not as good as the Splatshot, right? Because it shoots further and has not as fast of a firing rate, and it takes some more ink. So I don't know about that. And then down here we have some Splatnet 3 changes, which I guess I don't use it too much, only because I'm not really in X rank anymore too much. Haven't been for a while because I haven't been in the comp scene for a little bit. I've been enjoying streaming all these other games, doing other things, YouTube videos, you know, and I do want to kind of get back into the whole competitive scene of Splatoon, especially because I love the game. It's like my favorite game. I know this is like the first proper video I did on it, or I have done on it. I mean, I did a video like a year ago now about the Grand Fest, which I don't even know if many of you have seen it, but I did something on that talking about, you know, I think it was talking about the results from the Grand Fest and the possible changes that we're going to see in Splatoon 4, you know. Raiders hadn't even been announced yet, so I didn't even know about Raiders, which is interesting. But Splatoon 4, still something on my mind. But yeah, we got all these changes. You can pause the screen here. I'm not going to read all of this. You can pause it. Check out the Nintendo website for more information anyway. And yeah, I kind of want to get into some gameplay just to see the health bars, you know, flow state. So let's throw some games up, bro. Let's do it. But anyway, you can go and see all the... But anyway, you can see all the update information on the Nintendo website here under the Splatoon subcategory. So if you want to have a look at all of this, go do so, or pause the screen, have a read through. I'll zoom in for you right now. Everything's cool. Anyway, I kind of want to get into the game because I haven't actually played since they updated the game. And I want to see the health bars and I want to see flow state. Oh my gosh, flow state. I'm gonna be, call me Piccolo in this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry, flow aura. My phone, bro. Anyway, run the game. Okay, that's one. That's two. Oh, I got it. Hey, I got it. Okay, I want to get killed with it. Hold on. I want to get killed with it. They got one disconnect. No, I'm going to die. Give me flow ore. Hey, yes. Yo, you saw that. You saw the ink come out. Oh, big W. Yo, you saw that? Flow aura! Flow aura. Flow aura is goated. Oh, I'm so glad I got flow aura in that game. And you can see it. And I'm celebrating by eating these blooms. So I just missed my mouth. I don't know how that one happened. Oh my gosh. Triple gold. Flow aura, fist in the sky. That's how you do it. 14-2. Are we serious right now? Okay, I'm not doing that ever again, my fault, bro. But anyway, I think that's going to conclude it. I just wanted to get at least one game with flow aura. I'm happy I got that one game. I think it's really cool. Inking the ground below me as well, so I didn't have to shoot down, waste my ink. Try and get my ink back as well. Like, no, ink's below me. I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with this. Again, catch me on the streams. I'm on Twitch pretty much every day, to be fair. So like, check out the stream, see what I'm streaming. I might be on Splatoon. Every Saturday I do Splatoday, so join in there. See some Splatoon action, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. So take it easy. Peace out. Stay fresh, stay chilling, and stay willing. Like penicillin. Yeah.